I don't know. I just got a pop-up.
Hey, welcome everyone. I'm still not sure if you guys can see us, if you can hear us, if the audio and video are good or not. Can someone put in chat?
What is the question?
No, nothing. There's no question.
I believe it is live right now. So that's the problem. When I don't stream for ages, that is what happens. So, welcome once again.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Gongli, for having me here. It's an honor.
Thanks, Abhi. Thanks a lot. So, first of all, a huge congratulations to you.
Thank you.
For becoming Grandmaster, for making this record. We also have two of my, how should I address them? My childhood friends, my colleagues, Grandmaster Arun Prasad, Abhi's coach, and Grandmaster Magesh, also Abhi's coach. Welcome Arun, welcome Magesh.
Thank you, Surya.
Let's start with Arun. Arun, you are Abhi's so-called a very long-term trainer, yeah?
Yeah, that's true. We started working when Abhi was 6 years, and he was around like 1400 when I started.
And you have been training with him for how many years by now already?
5 to 6 years. 6 years now, yeah. Long time.
How was Abhi as a kid? Like, he's still a kid, but of course, like when he started, was it?
Yeah, that's a difficult reference. Yeah, still a kid.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to? Maybe a little kid. Yeah, when he was a little kid. Well, okay, this is the usual thing that I say. When he was 6, when I started working with him, like very enthusiastic kid who will travel with his father. So his father would travel for almost like 1.5 hours to the place where I am. And I know, 6-year-olds would already be tired by then. And he would straight sit with me for 2 hours, like without any difficulties, without any distractions. Like, you should see the energy that he will bring in. Like, if you are tired, you will be pumped up because of his energy. That will be the kind of energy he will bring in. And straight 2 hours, there will be like no energy levels draining, going down at any given point of time. By the end, whatever I'm teaching him, whatever difficult concepts, it doesn't matter. He would always like grasp it, like absorbing like a sponge, or whatever knowledge it is, he'll just take it. Like, well, initially when I start with the 1400, it was like a skeptical thing, what will he understand these things? But you can basically teach him anything and he will understand. To be precise, you know what? I still remember this was my 6th or 7th session with them. I decided, okay, I really have to see the upper limit. Like what he can not know, what he cannot understand. So I really wanted to test it out, and I went with the concept of car post prophylaxis for a 6-year-old. Okay, I know it looks ridiculous, but I really wanted to see what this guy is capable of. Well, it's fine. Like, he's like, okay, he's like answering my questions. He's taking it quite well. And I still remember, many years later, when I give a reference to this, he will say, yeah, we saw this like many years back. And he remembers everything.
Well, when Abhi says many years back, it is kind of funny, yeah?
True.
Magesh, your thoughts?
Oh, what is it? Sorry.
Oh, I said your thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Well, same thing. Like, probably I met Abhi, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 years before Arun came to. And again, very, very young, the same difficult reference of young in relative terms. And so I taught, he attended a lot of my group classes, and he started working with Anu. I don't know if you used to play that crazy game where you flip the pawn with Anu. Somehow I know.
What is flip the pawn? What is flip the pawn?
Remember Anu used to do this with the kids. Like, at the end of the class, they would be like, they would learn all those things, and then they would fight by flipping the pawn at each other.
like playing carom, Indian carom.
Something like that. I don't know if Abhi, did you ever do that, Anu?
I don't remember anything, but how do you
Maybe
flip
not.
a pawn? I mean,
Well, basically, you flick it at your opponent's king or something.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
pretty direct.
Yeah, if you don't remember that, most likely you didn't play that game with that. But yeah, so Anu was initially doing some sessions and working on some things, and he started working with me at some point. And then when Arun came in, I thought it was fantastic, and I think that's one of the best decisions I can take credit for, to handing him over to Arun, and I think it has worked fantastically. So yeah.
I think I also saw Abhi around that time, right? 6 years old or 7 years old.
Yeah, so I think the year was 2015 when you came in, I believe, right? For the camp, right? Yeah, so it was you and Hari in the camp, and
That was 2016 June.
Oh, 16, yeah, okay, yeah. That was a great camp. I
Me
think
and
having
Hari.
exposure
Oh,
to
Adiban,
you guys was- Sorry?
Adiban wants to say hello. Hi, Adiban. I call him Thambi.
I
Hi,
did
Thambi.
one.
Oh, Adiban is here. Hi.
So,
Is it me or?
and also the naughtiest.
Yeah, and he was frozen for a second. I mean, I don't know.
Today my net is not so good. That's why I am not in charge of OBS because my net is not very stable today. I was saying Abhi is the brightest kid that who attended that camp, but he was also the naughtiest kid in the camp. So it was both brightest and naughtiest. Could you hear me now?
Yeah, we can
now
hear you. I
it's
think
way better.
I shared a picture with you, right? There's a really nice picture when the kids are all jumping up and you're sitting there and you're just the last day of the camp, if I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. We have got some lovely pictures. Let's have a look at those. Some very good pictures. Can we get the slidings? Yeah. Whenever you're ready, just get the pictures. So, Abhi, tell us about your journey. Like, how was this trip altogether? How did it feel first with the mask?
It's uncomfortable, of course. Like,
It is.
yeah. So I mean, so based on that, also in last game, I mean, they lift the mask restriction in Hungary. So last game, I mean, for throughout this whole thing, we've been taking extreme precaution. But for the last game, I mean, it was a must-win game. This could have been the last game to become that. So we removed the mask.
Oh wow! But was that allowed?
Yeah, it was allowed in Hungary. They removed masks mandate.
All right. Let's get the pictures in. Let's go through some memories. Let's pause here. Abhi, what is going on here? You have you are always like this, right? This is the kid I kind of remember from my camp. Tell us about this phase of your life.
I think this was when I went to some carnival or something and I got my face painted. I mean.
All right. Hey, you kind of look cute here. Let's see the next one. Okay, let me actually pin this video. Yeah. What is this? This is before the game? You are terrifying your opponent?
This is, yeah. World Youth Under 8.
That's one hell of a face, yeah? Sorry, where was this again?
World Youth Under 8.
World Youth Under 8. Okay, how did you do that?
This is one of my worst tournaments. I started off with 8 out of 8 and then I missed gold. I drew the 9th game and then I lost last 2.
And still he got silver.
I know. I was going to say the starting of this is one of my worst tournaments. I scored 8 out of 8. I'm like, okay, keep that level of target.
Let's see the next one. Okay, what is this? This I was getting very curious on.
Someone pointed out Ilam Parthi was next to him, yeah, in the picture.
Oh, is it? Go back to the next picture.
Someone's pointing out in.
Yeah.
The Ilam Parthi. Oh, wow. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, if the chat is saying, they're usually right.
Yes, the chat is wise, yeah.
So, okay, let's see the next one.
I actually don't remember this, but I'm assuming this is after a birthday party because it looks like I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
What is it? Sorry.
I don't actually remember this photo, but I think this is probably after a birthday party because I went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Well, that's a
Okay.
place for kids here where we take the 4-5-year-olds and yeah, they have a fun time. That's a gaming place where they have a lot of fun things.
Okay. All right, let's see the next. Not exactly in order, so it's all jumbled up. Okay, this one is already kind of viral in internet, I guess.
Yes,
So this is
that's-
after you became grandmaster, right?
Yes, when we're like right in front of our house. I mean, our house is right.
So this photo was taken when you came back home.
Yes.
Okay. Your dad is usually always traveling with you.
It's still in Hungary, but yeah.
Okay. It's in Hungary where you are staying. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next one. Yeah, this is the camp we are talking about. Me and Hari. Magesh invited us. I forgot the year. 2006 or 2007.
2016,
Arun, do you remember?
One more important incident, Surya. One of the days you came out of the class and well, there was a huge scandal regarding Abhi taking notes from another person and answering. And there was a complaint about Abhi that one player, I think you should say this, you know it better. It happened for you.
Internet is kind of bad. That's why I'm kind of keeping quiet and let you guys do the talking.
All right, so this is how the story goes. Surya is doing the class, and one of the kids sitting next to Abhi gets up and complains to Surya that Abhi apparently is copying his moves and he is giving the answers from him. And Abhi gets up and completely rejects this and says, "I'm not copying from this guy. I'm actually copying from the other guy."
This is going to be a very famous story for a long time now.
Yeah. When did you meet Peter?
This was when I went to St. Louis to play a GMNOM event, so this was like the first day.
Yeah, Peter is a fantastic guy. Did you get to play any blitz with him?
No, I mean it was one photo. I mean, not yet. Hopefully in the future.
Looking sharp.
Yeah, this was at a camp with Sam Shankland in New York.
Sam he was observing that you played a lot of his chessable course, in recent times. He was actually saying me, this guy Abhi is ruthlessly playing from.
Your screen is frozen again for some reason.
Yeah, I think he was mentioning about the chessable courses here you've been going through. Sam's.
Oh gosh, my internet is so bad, guys. I'm so sorry. So I was saying, Sam was telling me that you are following his course Chessable on 1D4, and a lot of variations that you played in this tournaments were from Chessable. Does it make is it true that you saw his course?
Yes, partially. I was using that with some of my own analysis.
Beautiful. And just go back to the previous picture. Yeah, Sam is also a great friend of mine. He came to Kolkata a couple of times. I know he's a great trainer as well. How many camps have you attended of Sam Shankland?
Once.
Oh, just once.
This is I mean, there was another camp where he wasn't teaching, but it was one of a Kramnik camp, and he was also there as a student.
Oh wow! Okay. This T-shirt makes sense. No, not this one. The next one, after Sam's picture. Can we have the next picture after Sam Shankland? Yeah, this one. What does it say?
I let my game do the talking. I mean, I guess this was after I became the youngest expert, so.
Yeah, makes sense. Actually, this also brings to the latest thing that has been going on, and this Nepos comment, yeah, that he made some comments, and now there are some meetings coming on in FIDE based on this. A lot of things kind of heated up. Arun, you want to take it on first?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Okay. So Nepos comments, I think it bought a big rage, and people were taking sides, and it became a huge scandal. Well, I believe Nepo, whatever he gave, the comments were okay. It was his suggestions, but I think it was unfortunately poorly timed. But otherwise, no matter what happens, we have nothing but respect for him. He's a great player. He's one of the best players of our time, and well, I'm sure if it was a little later or a little before this comment came out, I think it would have been much appreciated. But since it was not timed well, I think there was a lot of miscommunication, and things heated up a little bit here and there. But nevertheless, the system has to take its course. It's the FIDE who has to make a decision regarding this, and I'm sure they are taking steps towards this. And we have to believe in the system, and whatever the system says, it's right. So that is the way it works. And we all can give suggestion. We can all complain about how it's not working. That's all true. But end of the day, it's the International Federation who will have to make the final call. So let's wait for it.
Absolutely. And I guess, Abhi, it must be very not to get any tournaments for 1 year.
Yes. So another thing was, okay, I'd like to start this off by saying I admire Nepo as a player. The way he's been playing is truly amazing. I remember in one of your classes, remember when it was not exactly winning position, and there was this rule getting trapped on V1. I mean, not exactly, but you showed your game against Nepo. I don't remember the exact details.
Yeah.
But he's a very creative player, and it's amazing to see his games. I mean, after becoming youngest grandmaster, these kind of comments have come from other people as well. But coming from a world championship challenger, I decided to reply. I mean, from ours, I have great respect for him. Nothing like that. But this case is closed from our side. I mean, we don't want any fight or anything.
Absolutely. There's no question of fighting or anything. And I was just thinking that, okay, are unable to play for 1 year, it will be incredibly difficult also in general, to get back to tournaments. Maybe, who knows, maybe if you had more tournaments.
Yeah, I might have broken it by a larger margin.
Sure. You want to add something?
We lost you briefly.
Yeah, can you repeat that last thing?
You asking Magesh, you want to add something?
Oh, I don't think so. I think it's well said between both of them. I've also not been following so much. Whatever updates I got it from Arun. So, and I've not been in the heat of that, but it's all in good spirit eventually. There is a lot of mutual respect. So whatever comes, it will just die down and then go away. Yeah. So.
Absolutely. So I totally agree on this one. All right, moving on to the next slide. So Kings and Queens, Magesh and Arun, tell us about that. What is Kings and Queens?
Well, Kings and Queens Chess Academy is something, I started in 2012, I believe, 2012. And, it's based out of New Jersey. Now we also have a center in North Carolina. It's a chess academy. We teach kids multiple levels, start from complete basics all the way to the top. And actually just yesterday or day before, I was talking to Arun, and then I realized this particular group class that Abhi used to attend, We have 3 grandmasters from there. So Abhi is a grandmaster now. We have Brandon Jacobson, who's a grandmaster now. We have Praveen Arun, who's also, not Praveen Balakrishnan, sorry, is also a grandmaster. And we were like very happy thinking about it. I mean, most kids, of course, different kids have taken different path. Some of them have gone on to college and, they, at master level. And so, by the way, someone was asking in chat, expert is 2000 rating in USCF and master is 2200, or national master as it's called. So, but we're very happy to hear that. I mean, think about it, that there are three GMs who came out of that particular class. I think that class was a lot of fun. We had about 12, 13 kids in there. But anyways, overall, that's what it is. Oh, I see the picture now. Nice.
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is right in front of our academy. I think this is one of the scholastic ones, right? We used to do the Sunday tournaments, right?
Yeah.
It's not scholastic. Yeah, Sunday tournaments. We used to run these Sunday tournaments. And Abhi, of course, likes these long games that he plays. What is it plays in New Jersey, Abhi? I forget. Those games, the time control that keeps going forever.
Oh, that was like 80 plus 80 with something, and then there was like another time control, like at move 40, and then there was another time control 15 moves later, and it kept happening.
Notoriously, they will add time forever, and you love playing. So yeah, but our tournaments are like, I think we were doing some G60 tournaments. This picture was taken in one of our Sunday tournaments. So
yeah, I remember this. This is like, I think this is the first one. Every single time I used to play, Tejas would always keep beating me. Tejas Ram. He would always take first.
Better out of him at some.
Yep.
Yeah, he's referring to Tejas Rama, who's a national master, his close friend, who's also done lots of tournaments with us and done some classes with us. So yeah.
Wow. Let's see the next one. What is this, Abhi? What you got some fighting spirit achievement?
Yes.
What does it mean?
This is when I went to the Liberty Science Center for a simul against Caruana.
This is the simul against Caruana. We do have that picture also. We'll see that. Let's move on to the next one. Is this trophy heavier than you? What is
Not
this
exactly,
trophy?
I guess. I mean, maybe this is my first tournament. I don't remember the details exactly that much. But yes, this is one of the one of my trophies, which I was very happy about at the time.
It looks beautiful. It looks so
Thank
pretty.
you.
Next one.
This was
New
taken.
normal. This is new normal.
Yes, this was taken before we came to Hungary, like right before, like the day or two, like the day before.
So is this your house?
Yes, this is my actual house.
Okay.
They are leaving to Europe, and they are the moment stepping out of their home for the final battle. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see the next one. We have another coach, Anuprita, Magesh's wife, and also our good friend. How is your equation with Anu? Was she scolding you a lot?
I mean, I remember in the first few days I was missing a lot of opening, and she helped me remember things a lot better.
Okay. So she was also one of your first coach, right? Like literally
Yes.
seeing you from you started playing chess at what? At the age of 5 or 6?
I started playing in tournaments when I was 5.
Okay. Yeah. This is the simul, or this is some other tournament?
No, this is actually the same St. Louis Grandmaster Tournament event. This is like the last day when Caruana came into town to have dinner at this place.
Wow. Okay. All right. Next one. Look at this. Look at your trophy collection, and I actually love this. You're smiling. That's priceless. So, what are these trophies? How many trophies you got? As a 7-year-old kid.
Many. I mean, I was playing in these scholastic events, and I was getting good results. So
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I mean, this isn't the end of it. I have more in my house.
Okay.
He's very careful not to misrepresent this. He has a lot more trophies. Don't let.
No. We have respect. So this is me playing simul.
Yes, you and Hari. I remember this. You guys would switch.
We were playing this. What it is called? Tandem simul, yeah.
I think you guys are doing the tandem simul. I remember that. Yeah.
Yes, and I think Aaron won this, right?
Wait,
Sorry, what?
Aaron won
remember,
this.
actually.
Someone won against both.
Was it? I thought Jeremy or Brandon. I don't remember exactly who won the game. Aaron won this. Yeah, it's possible. I know Aaron and Brandon Jacobson were playing in the simul too. Yeah.
Wow. So I don't remember if we were playing tandem simul or we just switched. We played in some areas. I played the opening and then Hari took.
I think you were doing tandem only, right? I mean, but I don't on my memory.
Yeah, I think I remember. It was like you would make a move, then you would go around, then he would come and he would make the next move, and it would be like that.
All right. So let's see the next one. This is where, by the way, I got the impression of the brightest and the naughtiest student. So that's your family. What's the name? How old is your what is the age difference between you and your sister?
I'm 4 or 5 years older than my sister, 4.5. Her name is Radima.
And do you fight a lot?
I mean, when we're far away from home, I mean, there's nothing like that. I mean, the thing is, she started playing chess, and now her elite chess rating is like 1650. She's also in pro chess, group 1.
She's also in pro chess.
Yes, group 1. No, I mean,
I wanted to
lowest group.
I wanted to mention that Ridhima is
group 1.
active and the most energetic, and if you go to that group, you will get the most questions from her. She's adorable, and she's really in the last year.
Of course, I know Ridhima. I mean, in pro chess, I'm taking her class, but what I never knew was that Ridhima is Abhi's sister.
Yep.
Wow, that's very good to hear.
In the last year or so, she has picked up a lot. Actually, she's been learning for a while, and she's been playing casually. But I think the last year she's picked up. I think Hemant has mentioned this also several times. She has a different personality from Abhi.
And whenever I come to the approaches training class, she'll immediately come and bug me. When are you going to show Abhi's game? Like I said, the moment he becomes youngest grandmaster, we are gonna do a whole month on it. So
it's great to have both of you on process training. Actually, also Arun as well. So yeah,
Swati is his mom. I just wanted to introduce just.
Yeah. Right. Sure. I never met her though. Or maybe I did.
Yeah. You might have met her. Yeah. So you might have met her when you came for the camp, but yeah, it's probably a long time ago. I'm sure her efforts are the ones that are probably not being talked about much.
Yeah. Look, Ramesh also
lots of efforts.
Ramesh also says Ridhima is Abhi's sister, because we all know Ridhima in process training, because in group 1, she's very active. She's very vocal. She will suggest all the moves. But none of us knew actually. Let's see the next one. Abhi, you have to be patient a little bit. Yeah, we have got lots of pictures. Yeah, okay. Sure. This I think spoke already.
This I remember. This is a Rogozin for sure.
Yeah, Bishop looks at Bishop on G5, Bishop F5 system. I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You probably.
I won this game. This was a very tight game against Grandmaster. This is one of my normal events, of course, and this is my game against Grandmaster Patrick Milan.
Okay. All right. So on the next one.
For some reason, the screen where we were showing all our faces went away. But okay.
Yeah. We actually cannot see us. We can just see the photos right now.
Yeah, now it's back.
Yeah, now it's back. Yeah, true. Football. What is this with football? We'll see some videos also later.
I mean, this is when I was very young, like around 4 or 5. I used to go to this community class, some basic thing for some fun every week.
Yeah, it still feels odd, Abhi. I mean, when you say I was very young, I still cannot digest this sentence. Yeah, when I was very young. Okay.
We can say that. When I was young, I used to. We can say that.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the next one. Oh, this is the can. This is the photo you are talking about, right?
Yes. This is I really like this picture, because I think, if I remember right, you had given some kind of a puzzle or a contest to finish off, and if I remember right towards the end, and this picture is so nice because everyone is like super energetic. They're like so happy. they completed your puzzle, and Abhi is right.
And one person is sitting down trying to solve the puzzle.
Still there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't see Brandon here though. But
No, this was there are two groups. Groups. And I actually, if I remember right, maybe Brandon just played the simul. I don't think he did the workshop. I mean, this is so many years ago.
Possible.
He might have just played the simul. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember if I gave a chess puzzle or a mathematics puzzle. I remember I was also giving them some mathematics puzzle.
Oh, one fun thing I remember is that this group. I don't remember. Do you remember what your rating was around this time, Abhi?
I mean, when was the camp? It was like 2016.
2016 June.
I think 2015 around. Are you sure it's 2016?
2016.
Okay, because if it was 2016, I was around 2000.
It cannot be 2000 here though. Do you think it was 2000?
I mean, when I was 7, I touched 2000. So
I know.
I was born in 2009.
Yeah. But I think there was one lower group, at least if I remember, in the camp, rated like 700 to 1000 or something like that. And Hari was there in the camp, and the first position he decided to show was Shiro's Bishop H3. and he set up the position on the board, and he was like, "Okay, tell me what is the best move in this position." And I walked in, and I was like, "Okay, I think Hari might have to tone it down a little bit." Nobody is going to fight Bishop H3.
Well, they would if you tell them, this is an anti-chess.
Yes, that could definitely be the clue.
What is the worst move? Actually, that makes sense. What is the worst move? The only move to blunder Bishop is Bishop H3.
Correct. Yes, that would be a biggest clue. Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next one. This is again from the same camp. I still feel it's like way before 2016, but I have absolutely no recollection. Maybe if Arun is saying 2000, then
we'll take Grandmaster Arun's word for it.
Yeah, we'll agree with that.
If it's wrong, we can blame him.
I can.
Yeah, I was around 6-7 at this point.
2016 June. Okay, you have the date and the day also and the time.
Well, I can try.
All right, the next one. This is a review.
Yes, and this is one of my trophies, and she was happy the whole time.
And this is when you were very young.
Yes, very young.
I believe Ridhima. I don't know if she still does this. Abhi, you can tell me. I think I heard it from him. She used to Google Abhi's name.
Yes, she still does that.
And then she Googles her name and says like nothing is showing up or something.
Yes, and there was another very funny incident on my last round. So she even created a Chess24 account so that she can comment on my game.
Oh, nice.
So she's
so active, right? She's so active. She's always chatting and participating in all these things, right? Yeah.
Yes, and somehow she found my other account. So she made a typo with the other account, and then she corrected herself using her main account.
Tell me something. If I show in Pro Chess Training some of your game in Group 1, she will be able to recognize your game?
I mean, maybe. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm not sure exactly how much in depth she checks my game, but for sure, my mom during my games, she's afraid that she might jinx it. So my sister is the one who yells the commentary.
Okay. Whether she can recollect it or not, that's the day she's been waiting for a long time.
We'll do this. The next one. Okay, two stalwarts for Abhi's chess career.
Yeah, I think this was when this is the celebration for youngest international master.
Mm-hmm. And how old was that?
I was 10 years, 9 months or something around that.
Mm-hmm. I just wanted to say one thing here. I remember in 95, when I was young, point to be noted, when I was
young.
95, I was 11 years old and I bet Grandmaster Serpa. That was a world record back then. So the world record was, 11-year-old kid beating a Grandmaster. In today's world, 12-year-old kid becomes Grandmaster. That's how...
Interesting question. So who holds that record?
right
Yeah.
now.
Youngest, I think it's David Howell, right? From when he was A, he beat John Nunn in a Blitz game.
No, not Blitz. It has to be a classical tournament.
Yeah, I think
I'm
this
not sure
record
about
has to
that.
be a classical one. Hopefully, chat can answer. Yeah.
Who was the youngest player to beat a grandmaster? Yeah, I'm
Maybe
sure. I mean,
you hold the record.
It might be me. I don't know.
I know. Maybe you hold the record. You don't know about it.
That happens, that will be awesome because Abhi is the youngest expert, the youngest national master, youngest international master, and now youngest grandmaster. And this is like,
Yeah,
we
used to
didn't
be the
even know
grandmaster.
he is. Yeah.
By the way, this particular picture, so this was like Abhi said, the celebration we had when he came back after completing his international master. We had a bunch of academy kids come in there. We had cake. I think Abhi gave a Simon, if I remember right.
Yeah.
Right.
I have that also. I think I'll be giving Simon. I don't know if it is from this one, but I do have some picture.
Yeah, I gave quite a few Simons. Maybe the one you're talking about is from St. Louis, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on then. Yeah, this we must hear a bit. Your experience with Kasparov.
Yes,
you have got some opportunity to train with him, and I read that you sent him your games. You got some feedbacks. Yeah, tell us about Kasparov.
Kasparov is amazing. Like, he's very energetic, and just in the way he talks passionately about playing chess it's amazing to be in the same room. Not just of course your understanding will get improved, but psychologically also it helps in a big way.
And how many times you trained with him?
I think I entered his program. I cleared the interview when I was 9 out of 10. So I've had a few, like every 6 months he checks a few of our games.
Oh wow! And it is still continuing?
Yes, it's still going on.
Beautiful.
So I can add up a few things about that. So I still remember when I started working with Abhi. So this was one of the things that I really wanted Abhi to get into. So in 2016, around like 2016, end of 2016, I spoke about Kasparov Chess Foundation and how he helps the young and upcoming youngsters. And exactly in 2018, Abhi got selected in the KCF program. And after getting selected, his father told me it is an open-ended program, and as long as the kids are doing well, they can continue. They'll get all the support and stuff from Kasparov Chess Foundation. And it's been like almost like three years right now. And Kasparov would send Chernin quarterly on a quarterly basis, and Chernin would come to help Abhi for almost a week. So this has happened like a few times.
Kasparov will send whom?
Alexander Chernin.
Okay, because I kept on hearing Sheldon, and I know it's some Big Bang.
That would be awesome.
That would be nice too, yeah?
Nice also, yeah, Kasparov sending Sheldon.
Get some theoretical physics in.
And so the program is actually like for exceptionally good kids. Obviously, like they support kids like Abhi, and which is again like very, very good. And I still remember one of the days, usually before he goes for the class with Kasparov, so I'll sit down with Abhi to what we have to do with him, like how we have to get the most out of it. And we have to select some of the games that Abhi had to show him. And so Abhi at one point defeated, I don't remember the exact game, but he defeated some 2600 player, which is obviously with black pieces, and which is quite impressive. So we added that game also, and he goes to Kasparov, and Kasparov was like, I don't know why you're even showing this game. Why are you so proud of this game? Oh my God. Okay, and that is Kasparov for you, but no disrespect, he's like great person, but yeah.
Meanwhile, in chat, they said Hetul Shah bet Grandmaster Nul Ibrahim at the age of 9 years and 6 months. And Kunal says it's Evander Leong, so I don't know.
Evander Leong, yeah. I don't know, I guess. Google, Wikipedia maybe says Hetul Shah.
We'll get it from Twitter. Okay, next one. Look at Abhi's face. Only if we could zoom in a little bit.
Also the size.
Also the size. Well, the size is more or less same even now, yeah.
Is it double
when,
jacket?
when was this, Abhi?
I think this looks like it was during winter. Like outside, if you see it's all white.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're going to play a tournament in Westfield or something. I don't exactly remember.
Ah, okay. We have a nice face now.
I was
Beautiful.
going to say, if you wore these clothes in summer, it would be really bad.
Yeah, the next one. Yeah, actually, we got a question from Akash. How old
Some
Abhi
questions,
was
yeah.
he did, the
This
first
was-
time Grandmaster? When did you beat the Grandmaster for the first time? How old were you?
I actually don't remember.
I must be when very young.
Yeah, maybe 9, 10, so around that time.
I remember you beat Zerbuk in US Masters.
Oh wait, yeah, now I remember. When I was 9 years, I've played in Bay Area International. My first win was against James Targent. So
Yeah.
that was what was that? 9 years something. I don't remember the exact date.
So again, we see we started the stream with the tiger face. We still can see this vibes. Abhi is giving this intense look.
Yeah, this was during a Simon in St. Louis.
Yeah. All right, next one. Yeah, is this the one Magesh you were talking about, or this is a different kind of sandal?
No, I think this is the St. Louis. Yeah.
This is the St. Louis sandal. Okay. How this change happened? You start. When was your first sandal actually?
My first
Like
Simon was when I was 7. When I came to India and there was some school, I played against 10 of their players.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, they were not that strong. They all started off with 96, 96.
Okay. You were born in US, right? You were not born in India.
Yes.
You're born and brought up in US, but you have Indian origin, right?
Yes, and I've come to India a few times.
Where exactly?
My father, he lives in Bhopal, and my mother, she's born in Agra.
Oh, okay. Do you speak Hindi a bit or not?
I mean, I understand it. I speak a little bit, but not much.
So that means you're like better than Arun already.
I don't know.
Anyone is better than me.
I can't say Magesh anymore. Magesh speaks very fluent Hindi now.
He speaks Marathi.
Yeah.
Not fluent Marathi. I can speak a little bit of Marathi. Yeah. And I can understand Marathi. Yeah.
So next one. This is also a very cute pic.
Yes,
Let's zoom in because I remember there was some Batman here. Yeah. Let's zoom in.
Yeah.
Are you a big fan of Batman?
I mean, to be honest, I don't remember. Maybe I was, but this was around like this is like one of my dad's or mom's office celebrations, and there was some Bring Your Child something. I don't know.
Wow, this is really pretty. All right, next one. This is the same
This
side.
is the same St. Louis Simon.
Yeah, but we see again the same intensity.
I believe there is also another story. I don't know if you still do this. He usually is so intense during the game. He doesn't like anyone or making any noises or like having any distractions. Right, Abhi?
Huh? Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
No, I was saying that you're so intense during your games that usually you are like very annoyed by people around you making noise or distracting.
I mean, yeah, kind of. That happens. I mean, when I'm trying to find the force win, I need to find the force win. No one can stop me.
And you didn't want someone standing next to you opening a chocolate wrapper or something like that.
Yeah, like Fisher, yeah. Arun, tell us about his emotions just before the final game, yeah, when he was going for this last game, where if he wins, he becomes a grandmaster. How was he? Was he tensed, cool?
Well, the usual cheerfulness was definitely missing. We can say that. And well, it was my time at 9 o'clock. The game begins, and I'm on a video call with Abhi at around like 8:40. And he, okay, so that killer face, you see this tiger face, right? That was not there. So that is exactly the thing that I was talking about. I need that one. I don't want this face. And like, okay, now we have like 15-20 minutes to talk, and I'm like, okay, so maybe I have to pull a Chak De India Shah Rukh Khan right now. So I have to do something like that. So I speak like so much about like, okay, you don't have to think about the result. Like nothing brings a smile to his face. And like, I'm like, almost, okay, it's 8:55. I need to do something now. And finally, like, at some point, okay, finally he was convinced, and he gave me a smile at last. I'm like, okay, finally, thank God. Okay, now let's keep this up and let's go for the game. And okay, after 5 minutes, I'm seeing he's beginning the game and he is blitzing out his moves. And strangely, like his opponent, he was like somehow like, he was taking plenty of time, and well, that gave like a lot of confidence already. And okay, rest was history.
There was also a punchline involved in that, right? A rhyming punchline.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. So the rhyming punchline
was,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the punchline was, okay, so how Abhi would get fame, and okay, I don't know. It would be a lot of shame for his opponent if Abhi beats him, and okay, everywhere it's going to be published that okay, Abhi defeated Leon and became the world's youngest grandmaster. That wouldn't be very nice for any grandmaster, like going down in the history, like as someone who made the history by beating you. So you don't want to be someone that. So I told him, like yeah, that's the kind of pressure he is in, and you're not the one who's under pressure. Like if you lose, everyone will say, okay, tough luck, Abhi, next tournament, that's it. But for any other player, okay, if I am the GM who is playing Abhi in that last round, well, there's tremendous pressure on me as well. Well, I don't want to be the reason that he's making the world record.
True.
Although
Okay,
I must say he defended very tenaciously in that game. I mean, it was very difficult for me to win.
Yeah, it was a very intense game. Yeah, I mean,
This
only
was
at the
another.
end.
Yes, this was my first KCF meeting when I got into it. This was the first time I went, and I cleared the training session. It was a 3-day process. So the first two days everyone would show their games, and the third day he would give some studies for people to solve.
What do you mean you cleared? So there was some sort of an exam, like if you pass, then you get selected?
I think it was something like that, and he only selected a few people, and I did good on studies, so I got it.
Who are the players here?
Okay. Andrew Hong is from the top. It's like, I think that's Brandon.
That's Luke.
The one in red shirt, and then right next to him is Michael. He's Gary's assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Then after that, it's Andrew Hong. He's also a strong international master.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's Nico Chasen. He's around 2,300 currently.
Mm-hmm.
Then below that is Christopher Yu. He recently got a grandmaster now.
By the way, Christopher Yu is also our Pro Chess Training member.
Yes. And this girl on the right, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I mean, it was an Azubeva Vibrissa, something like that. I don't know.
How many students in total were there initially, like before the selection?
I mean, it was around 10. For most of the later sessions, it was a bit less, but I guess for this one there was more because they got some other people from outside.
Right. All right. Let's see the next one. Oh, we are back.
Okay.
But are we back? Because we did not see a couple of other pictures. Just go
Maybe
once.
Go to the next and see.
Yeah, let's go to the next. We are done, yeah? Okay. Shall I do screen sharing then?
Sure.
I want to show a few things. But yeah, as we saw, my internet is not the best today. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if we can get it. So my screen is visible now?
Yes.
I have muted the sound. So Abhi, you do karate or what is it? I see yellow belt.
Yes, when I was very small, I used to take some karate lessons, and it was a strange place. They said you couldn't go to the next belt just because you couldn't tie your own belt. Like, I don't know. It was very strange.
Of all the requirements, this
out of all requirements, you can't tie your belt, so you can't go up.
We do this a lot. Yeah, Abhi saying when I was very young.
That should be the motto of the stream. Like that should be the tagline of the stream. When I was young. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's see what else I have here.
This was when I went to. I Play America. It's one of these gaming centers. Coach Arun was mentioning. It's similar to Chuck E. Cheese. It's a little bit older kids. This is me playing this bike video game.
Do you still do it?
I mean, not exactly, but yeah, I mean, I play some other things. But yeah, this was also very fun. I went there a few more times.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun place in general.
This is one of my favorite, actually.
Yeah, now this, I think this is
what is going on here?
This is like some school show or something. I don't know. Christmas show.
Mm-hmm.
Something.
So were you always a good performer? Like not shy at all?
I don't really know. I don't remember this.
You're definitely not a shy kid. That's for sure. I mean, that much I understood from our first camp.
I do see him looking at the moves to someone who's on his left.
I mean, everyone has to do the same thing.
We might have a pattern here.
The funny part is I'm almost in the middle. So.
Yeah, you're the center of attention here.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay. What is this? I've got another one.
Yeah, this is another of those soccer meetings that I used to go to, and for some reason, I don't know, we're sitting on the ball.
So there you are, yeah?
Yeah, that's me, and then this is the coach. This dog.
Did you enjoy playing soccer?
Yeah, back in those days, yes, for sure.
And now only Berlin Petrov, or what? What happened?
I mean, okay, whatever time I get, I like to play on my iPad and stuff. Everything is closed, so.
That's true. All right, Abhi. Before I get to some other things, I was hoping you could solve some positions for us.
Sure.
So this is black to play.
Sure.
Meanwhile, while he thinks, I don't know how much time I'll be able to pause Abhi because the puzzles are not that difficult. You guys can share something? Anything about Abhi?
I was thinking I'll try to solve the puzzle, but
so let Magesh and Abhi do that.
This seems very interesting. I have a feeling it's some kind of smoother made.
Okay, let Abhi and Magesh think. Arun, you can share something.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, when Abhi became world's youngest international master, this was around like November 2019, and it was almost like he had like close to 22 months to make the record to become the youngest grandmaster. And as we all know, then the pandemic strikes and the whole world is going to a lockdown, unfortunately. And I think Abhi played like a couple of tournaments after he became an IM for his final GM title venture. And he ended up losing like close to 7-8 months in the meantime. And finally, we got some tournament from Charlotte Chess Center. They were conducting some closed events, and it was I think until September he didn't get any tournament. So September 2020 is where he got his first tournament. So literally September he had one, and in October he had one, and in December he had one more. So this is like 4 or 5 events he got after he became an international master. And finally, we know in Europe he had got like another 5-6 tournaments. So literally it is between like those 10 to 15 tournaments that is all that he played before he made his GM title from becoming an international master. So, some people were suggesting, like there were back-to-back events and he was given a lot of opportunities. Well, that's not true at all. He literally played 15 tournaments. So, I don't have the exact number, but somewhere around that. when
Sure.
she became.
Wow, this is a nice one.
You got? What is it? Tell us.
Queen e4 check.
Beautiful.
If bishop takes e4,
So
then
if I
e5,
take-
e takes e5, g5.
Ooh,
Yeah, no,
sorry.
I said e5 check and then g5, whatever.
Yeah. If bishop e4, e5 check, and
In
g5
mate.
mate. Beautiful.
So king takes e4 is forced, and now d5 check. King f4 is forced, e5 check. D takes e5, g5 check, and mate.
Beautiful.
I also solved it because I saw it in the chat.
What is this?
Where to play?
All right. I think there was one more question I think many people had regarding Abhi's schooling and stuff. Well,
Yeah.
Abhi's going to 7th grade right now during this fall. And apparently last year when he had time, when he was not getting the chances to play in tournaments, apparently he had finished 2 grades in 1 year. So from 5th grade.
How is that done?
Well, obviously, you have to perform extremely good. You have to finish the 6th grade courses, whatever the material he has to finish while he is in the 5th, while he's doing the 5th as well. So he finished 2 grades in 1 year. Obviously, he should have worked extremely hard for that as well, because the school system here, once you enter that middle school, things get to start like really challenging. It's not easy at all. Many people, I know many students who complain about that. So because the elementary school thing, until they are in the 1st to 4th grade, things are relatively easier. And once you enter 5th, 6th, things get to become much more difficult and challenging. Well, okay, for Abhi, it was not really that challenging. He did extremely well in that. And because he finished 2 grades in 1 year, he was able to skip school, and he was able to allot all this time for his GM title. Yeah, that's how it is done.
Yeah, it also takes huge amount of dedication and sacrifice. It's a teamwork as well, right? I mean, you cannot achieve something just on your own. And I believe, I mean, his coaches, his family, tremendous contribution. Otherwise, just there is absolutely no way. What I really like about Abhi is I saw this completely wrong concept here, like people saying that a lot of pressure, he has to perform and he's getting pressurized. I think they simply do not understand that how much Abhi enjoys playing chess. Because I'm seeing in pro chess training, I saw him when he was kid. You basically cannot pressurize him with chess. You can probably do it with something else. But with chess, and say, you tell Abhi, okay, you have to train for 12 hours or whatever, that's not going to work. I mean, he will enjoy. He'll simply start loving it. He'll start enjoying it. So
I found this. It's amazing puzzle.
I mean,
it's rook a5. B takes
I
a5
cannot keep this kid shut up. Yeah, somehow I was hoping, okay, I'll get some position. I'll kind of calm him down for 10 minutes or so. No, not happening. Okay, Abhi, please tell me.
So rook a5. So B takes a5 is forced.
Rook a5, B takes a5 is forced. I cannot argue with that. Okay, takes.
Now the way how white is going to make this. Now black still has queen h4, so we have to do something immediate. So rook e7.
Black wants to turn this. So rook e7, sacrificing the second rook.
So
Beautiful.
yeah, so bishop takes e7 is forced.
Oh, so you gave up 2 rooks. Okay,
yes.
Go on.
Now here f8 queen, because if you go bishop c6, there's queen h8.
If we go bishop c6, queen h8, why we are going bishop c6, that we'll deal later. But okay.
So f8 queen.
Threatening mate. He has to take.
Yes.
So
now bishop c6.
If we go back 3 moves, right here, you decided to give this guy, and this guy to win the game, yeah? Okay, yep. 1, 2, and 3 queen. Now what do you do?
Now bishop c6.
Bishop c6.
Now you play any move. So you're starting for queen h4. Bishop takes a4. B takes king takes a4, king a2, and b3 is unstoppable.
Fantastic. Very, very, very happy and proud of you.
Thank you.
Well done. So that's what, what I was saying, like those who has this conception, I see in Twitter and all, his parents are pressurizing or father is pressurizing, you can probably do it, if you give him, I don't know, some video games or something, but not with chess. Chess he really, really enjoys.
And I also want to add to say that I think you don't create world records without absorbing some pressure, it's part of life. You cannot expect to just have an everyday routine life without any pressure or like, free, and then just achieve this, right? Obviously, you'll have to learn to absorb some expectations and pressure, not only from parents, from everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's part and parcel.
So for this stream, I initially thought I will show some of his games, but then I thought, okay, this already he's doing in. I already saw in many streams. These games have been analyzed and so on. So I thought, okay, I can also test him a little bit here. Let him walk a bit. Yeah, meanwhile, chat is also very active. Yeah, Rook D4, Queen H4 is what Arun missed.
Looks like source. He's giving me all the answers.
So Abhi is also in pro chess training from day one, and from what I have observed, when he was not playing tournament, not a single class was missed. He was always attending every single classes, training games. So very, very dedicated. We'll solve some positions and then we'll play one or two hand and blend, and then we wrap up. Is that good?
Sure.
So I remember some incident about our training game. So this was sometime last year, and we were playing some training games, and my goal was very, very specific, to get some slightly marginally better positions or equal position, and then keep playing, to work on the grind. Yeah. So, and I would set a bunch of positions, and we would play training games, and mostly it was going very well. Yeah, everything was good. But then there is one day we were playing this training game, and then so the idea is to keep it slow, right, and then build the grind. And of course, he's tactical and sharp. He keeps finding forceful ways to do some things. So there's one game I remember, he played a move, very, very committal move, and I was like unhappy. I was like, listen, this is not how it's supposed to go. And he was like arguing with me, saying, this looks like a good move. We should play this move, right? And I was like trying to explain to him, and then we almost got into like an argument. And then I'm like, okay, how am I supposed to teach this and everything? And then of course, guess what? That move turns out to be the best move. So, and then I was like, I understand this is the best move, but still you should not play That's my way to save my face at that point.
This should be h6 check, king h8 is forced, and now bishop e6.
Yeah, this was also fast and correct. h6 check, king h8, bishop e6.
I saw this very quickly, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
No, I also decided to give some puzzles which are like really easy. That was one of them. Yeah, people are talking about bullet games here. I mean, they actually love getting me flagged. And on my stream, so they used to do truth and dare, no? I do dare without playing that game. In my stream, Nihal, Prag or Ronak, they would come and we'll play some bullet games. Of course, I'll get beaten so badly. So I'm not doing this with Abhi. I'm not doing this with any more kids. Enough.
Are they playing those 10-second games?
Yeah, they have also insane. I mean, they're not only they're good, but they also have insane mouse skills. So
I don't use a mouse.
What do you use then?
Just some, what is this? This laptop thing.
Trackpad or something. I don't know how you play Blitz and Bullet in that trackpad.
I mean, it works, whatever. I just used to use both my hands. Oh, this is also quite nice. Rook takes f5. E takes f5 is forced. Queen takes h6, king takes h6, rook h1, king g6, king f4. I think he's frozen.
Oh. Well, looks right, yeah?
Yeah, then there's no way to stop bishop h5, bishop 7.
That's right. Force main. Oh, he got disconnected.
Yeah, there's some problem.
He's probably going to come back. So you have to run the stream, Abhi. You're the host now.
I'm host?
Yeah. What are you
No, process training is whatever, but it doesn't matter.
I know. But technically you're the host.
Okay.
You have to entertain all of us now. Yeah, he'll hopefully.
He's back.
He's back.
Hey, am I back?
Yes,
Yep.
I solved the puzzle.
You meanwhile solve the puzzle, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Rook takes a5, e takes a5 is forced.
Mm-hmm.
Queen takes h6 check.
Oh, wait. I have to share the screen and everything, no?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Yeah, my net is remarkable today. I'm actually not in my house. And I've got horrible speed. So wait a second, let me share the screen.
So now my idea, rook takes a5, e takes a5, now queen takes h6 check.
Queen takes h6 check. Yeah,
If
okay.
if g takes h6, then there's knife 6, rook g8.
Mm-hmm.
So queen takes h6 is forced, rook h1 check, king g6, and king f4.
King f4. Did you see the next move? Did
I
you
saw
see
bishop h5, bishop f7 is made no matter what he plays. Queen e6, but queen e6. Oh,
First time I got it.
you got it, yeah? Okay, Arun, go on. At
you
least
just play rook
let's
h8.
Oh,
That one move I got.
by the way, I also wanted to add that these positions were actually shown by Rustam Kazindanov in one of the pro chess training class in group 4 and group 3, Abhi. So not in your group, not the elite group, but the previous group.
Yeah.
So I just decided, okay, not this one, but all the previous ones. Wait, is that Abhi thinking or that's his photo? Oh no, that's his thing.
He's thinking.
Arun, you're still working with him as a private coach, right? You are his like main coach.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you guys train?
Well, I think it's been a couple of years since Magesh also like joined in, and he was lending me a important helping hand. He took away like the burden of working on end games. Like I have to add this up. Like I think a couple of months back, Constant Muller commented about Abhi's end game skills. It was a pretty great thing to get commented from a person like him. And I think all the credit should go to Magesh regarding that. I mean, it's not going to be easy. Like, think about it. Like people, especially young kids, they find it hard to work on end games, right?
Yes.
And I think Magesh has done an extremely good job in that area. And since Magesh took on that area, then I had to start taking care of the openings and middle games. So yeah, once we started working on openings, so there were some difficulties, I didn't start Abhi the opening work until he reached like 1900 or 2000. Until that he had a very basic opening repertoire, and the problem with him was he was gaining like 200 points like every year. So you teach him like, okay, around like 1600, okay, this opening is fine, 1800, this is fine. Before you know, he's already 2000, 2000, 2200, and then he's like already trying to become an IM. And now I have to keep up with all this. And we have to keep changing, we have to keep improving.
You solved it, yeah?
Yes. Rook h3. So rook h3, rook has to take rook takes h3 because knight b3 is made. Now, here f3, because if bishop d3, there's rook h1 check.
Bishop d3 is
rook h1 check.
Rook h1 check.
So F3,
Mm-hmm.
rook takes F3 is forced.
Petting mate, yeah?
Yeah. Bishop 7 is met by knight C2. So rook takes F3, and now bishop D3.
So now if I take, this is
Knight
mate.
B3. Rook
I can
D3, knight C2. And if rook
Beautiful.
F1, I just take it.
Beautiful. Let me actually see how many else how many positions do I have? Yeah, I still have one or two more.
Yeah, I know this.
Well,
I didn't
yeah,
solve it. I know this.
you know this, yeah? Yeah, someone is asking if Abhi is in part of process training from now. Well, no, not from now. He was part of process training from day one, actually, from 1st of January. And process training was formed by myself, Magesh, and Ramesh. And we have lots of coaches. Arun is a very vital coach there. And yeah, we teach. We have like 5 different groups, and we teach from basically basic level to students like Abhi, Pragnananda, or Daniel Vocaturo, or Mulli Karthikeyan. So basically at all the levels. Mods, maybe you can put the link of process training.
Yeah, if I remember right, he was probably one of the first students in there. Yeah.
Yeah. He was
Dad about this. Yeah, he was like, he jumped on it. He's like, this is amazing. We want all this exposure. Yeah.
And he has been very disciplined there.
He's very disciplined everywhere. Sometimes I give him I work for 2-3 days and I give him that amount of information and I give it to him. Okay, now we have to finish this. He'll come next day with the finishing everything. His father used to sit down until 12-1 with him and help him with this opening work or whatever work I give him. And that's the kind of help he got from his father. Okay, I think I need to talk about his father also, his father's contribution. Well, we talk everything about Abhi and his coaches are also.
Absolutely, yeah.
His father's contribution was tremendous. Okay, I believe there was one difficult moment. It was the lowest point of this journey. Abhi is playing as I said earlier, he didn't get any tournaments, and in September 2020, he gets to play his NOM event for the first time after a long break. And again, it's a expensive thing. You have to pay almost $1,000 as entry fee, and you have to pay for your hotel. You end up spending $1,500, and you go for the tournament. And Abhi had a pathetic event. He scored 2 out of 9 in the event. Which that was
He scored how much coming in?
He scored 2 out of 9. This was September 2020, and he's expected to score 6.5, 7. And okay, one difficult point was one of the days I'm seeing them in the video, and apparently Abhi's father, he lost his father. So Abhi lost his grandfather, and this was in between the tournament. There was lockdown, they couldn't travel, and Abhi on the other hand is having a difficult tournament. Well, I think I don't know how his father was able to keep up with all that. I'm sure it was the most difficult moment for him. And yeah, from there in October event, Abhi scored around 3.5, and slowly 3.5 became 4.5, 5. And yeah, every month he would show okay. I mean, obviously he's not a player who's going to score 2 out of 9. That's that's not him, obviously. So, but after that, okay, he really raised his game month after month. Yeah, I still remember when the journey begins this April. I told him, okay, you know what, Abhi, you are there 80%. You are a grandmaster. You have the strength of a grandmaster of 80%. You still need that 15-20%. We need to build the gap right now. And next month, in the month of May, he's performing at 27-39. He's giving a performance of 27-39. He scored 8 out of 9. Well, that's one of the things I actually wanted to check with you guys. I don't know. I haven't heard anyone who makes a grandmaster NOM by scoring an extra point. Did anyone do that? Do it round to square.
I was just
How many people have done this?
Exactly. I was also thinking, when was the first time, let's say, I performed in 2700 level, like I got 2700 performance rating. I don't
Solved
know.
it.
Solved it. Tell me.
The solution is queen. I mean, it took a long time. I wasn't sure. How do you stop rook c1? Solution is queen takes f3, rook c1 check, queen d1.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
And king, rook takes d1, king e2. Rook b1 is my fair queen, and rook
Yeah, other way.
e1 take d2.
Very nice. Right to play.
Hey, I know this one too.
I've
Yeah.
seen this
I think this
somewhere. I
is
don't know.
the good thing of becoming a.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the
you see
draw.
all these
I
good
think
things.
I've seen this before too.
What is
I
it?
just need to make sure I don't mess it up. But why just try to draw this?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that's what, like, instead of seeing his game, maybe this will make it more interesting for him also, to solve some puzzles.
Yeah, this is a very, very strange fortress. 94 check.
94 check.
If d takes e4, bishop e1 is made, so king h4 is forced. Now knight g3.
This is mate, that's true. So
So-
knight check, I play king h4. You want to play knight g3. What are you threatening?
Knight f5 made.
I cannot take because this is
Bishop
mate.
e1.
Okay. So if I take like this,
Now bishop b6.
bishop b6, and you stay in this diagonal forever. Yeah,
It's a draw.
it's a draw. Like, okay, I give check, you come here, I move. You can keep it anywhere you want. You don't have to, think at all.
Yeah. Just make sure you don't play bishop f2. But wait, I think king on bishop 2 is a draw.
What is the draw?
Bishop f2 also, right? Taking g3.
Yeah, bishop f2 is also a draw. And yeah, anytime queen f2, you just take and play g3, that's a draw. I have one question though.
Cool.
After this, if I play queen f8, making it.
Wait, I can get the same setup, right? If I just go bishop e1, force f takes g3, and now I go bishop f2.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh wait, I've seen this before. This is also there in Dvoretsky's endgame menu.
This one,
Yes, it's like bishop g5.
Yeah, this one is bishop g5. Okay, good. Try this. I think this one is also from this Pro Chess training class by Kazimzanov. What was it? What was the topic? I think spotting unusual moves or something like that.
All right, to continue with his father's contribution.
Sorry.
Father,
Absolutely. Yeah, let's go.
So this was one difficult point last year, and this year, one of the days I was talking to him, he says, like, he was working in US time, which means like he ended up working in Europe till like 3 a.m. in the morning. I still remember I used to talk to him like around like 3:30, 4, and next morning it's the usual routine. He has to keep up with his job, with his son, and everything. And one of the days he says, like, Arun, I almost got fired today. So things were getting really difficult. And this is the kind of stress that he was also going through. It's 2.5 months of tremendous pressure. Yeah. So, his father was absorbing more of it, and he was leaving Abhi take care of the game alone. So that is the kind of support that he got from his father. I think his father is a huge support. Without his father, I think Abhi wouldn't have done this. I can definitely say this.
Arun and Magesh, tell me, what is the standard rate of any grandmaster in US for an 1-hour coaching? How much do you have to pay?
I would say it will vary somewhere between $80 to $150 an hour. Yeah.
$80 to $150. So we are talking about, let's say, how much that is. So something around, let's say, 6,000 to 15,000. 10,000 something, yeah?
10,000, yeah, something like that.
That's per hour.
That's correct, yeah.
And how many hours of GM training do you think Abhi needs or, has gone through per day?
Oh, you mean you're talking about Pro Chess training?
No. I'm talking about Abhi's personal training. Let's say, Arun, how many hours do you train in per?
I mean, I can speak a little bit about it. I know he, of course, will he will give a lot more. Not only do they spend hours working together, I'm sure, and I've seen Arun work hours after, because, like you said, he has to keep up now, and the work is not anymore. It's casual. So the best combination is that after their class, whatever the hours that they're spending, Arun is spending hours and Abhi is spending hours. So it's basically hard work. Yeah, you can see that.
You solved it. Okay. Tell me.
So rook d8 check, rook e8 is forced.
Rook it is forced because otherwise the rook is lost. Okay.
Yeah, now here it took me some time. My idea is queen f3.
Queen f3. You are attacking both on h5 and
yes.
f6.
Now here there were two moves for black: rook takes d8 and queen takes f3.
Okay, let's say rook takes d8.
Rook takes d8. King g7 is forced. Rook d7 check. If king f8, queen takes f6 is made. King h8. So king g6 is only move. Queen e4 check. f5 is queen to c6 made. So rook f5 is forced. So now g4. Queen g5 is forced. Now I go h4.
Yeah, this looks funny. Actually, yeah.
Was there queen f6 check?
Sorry,
was there queen f6 after rook takes d8?
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to ask. This was probably simpler. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's simpler.
So queen f3. The other move is okay. Queen takes f3. Yeah.
I just take rook takes d8. King g7, rook d7 check. King g6, rook g8, rook takes g5 and takes the queen.
Excellent. Let's do one more. Okay, this is probably the last one. Yeah.
And I will also probably add on. Yeah. So I think Arun is talking about this. I think the general thing I'm noticing is there's a lot of negative idea about, I guess, Abhi's dad and how he's parenting and everything. I just wanted to just say, someone being very close. I mean, obviously, I think different people have different parenting ideas and what is going to work and what's not going to work. But again, the difficulty is to understand what level of sacrifice goes on to achieving something like this. I think this is not easy for people to understand. And I think that's where I would say you should give people enough room to do their thing, not judge on them. It doesn't matter what you individually think as what you should be doing as a parent. Because I remember talking to him and several times, and like Arun says, he is totally involved, 100%, right? I mean, he comes back from work and he's spending like 4 hours with Abhi. If he's in Europe, he's working like in the middle of the night and then doing it. All of this comes with an intensity, right? I think what people in the public perception is they want the perception of, someone who just doesn't ask anything about, the results or anything. That's like the best kind of dad or something like that. So the thing is, parenting is not that simple. And also to bring up someone with the work ethics and discipline to make someone like work this hard and achieve this goal, of course, it's not easy. And I mean, if you dig deep, I'm sure you will find thousands of faults, and that's not the point of this, though. I mean, that's for everyone, though, right? And I'm seeing a lot of negativity. I just want to address that. Remember, this comes with a lot of sacrifice from everyone. And obviously, people will make mistakes. So you have to cut people some slack and just appreciate the work that they have done and kind of move on with that. I think that's the one thing I want to just, I'm seeing something in the chat. I just wanted to address that.
No, absolutely. You should address. You should definitely address, because I also saw in Twitter, I also saw in chats, talking about the parenting and so on. I don't know Abhi as much as you guys do, but from whatever I have seen before and also in process training, one thing I know for sure that you cannot sort of pressurize him with chess. He really enjoys it. So how can you cannot give a kid a chocolate and say, I'm torturing you with the chocolate. Here, have an ice cream. Here, another chocolate. Here, have some pizza. No, that does not work, right?
Exactly.
So
in my classes,
actually a treat.
In my classes, usually if we sit to do something, always invariably end up doing something more or something different. And, like you said, it's not like he's, anyone is making him sit. he is making me sit.
Yeah, that is true.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I want to go have dinner. And he's like, he wants to show me 2 more positions.
Come on, Abhi, this is the last one. This is you don't have a
this is a bit
concrete
strange.
win here.
Knight g3 fails here because queen takes g3. H taken g5 and rook h6 is made.
Yeah, basically that's the only thing you need to know. So your move is then forced, right? If you
I'm
cannot play
considering
knight.
h4, but like after queen d8, I'm just trying to see how do I save my knight.
Sorry, come again.
I'm considering h4 and after like queen f6 or queen d8, but I mean you can't play knight h6, but then just king g7.
Mm-hmm. So what else? What else can you do?
f4 maybe, but then e takes f4, knight. But I
should take this chance. Arun, tell me what is the move.
Well, to be precise, I didn't even look at the position. Okay, so
Were we supposed to think? I thought we were supposed to come and give some random comments and move.
yeah, I thought it was Magesh.
But make us think. You know, I get all of these questions you showed. I get this feeling that I've seen this at some point, and I have no idea what the answer is.
Oh, okay. G4.
Yeah, the only way to save the knight, because now after takes you're on time. You're attacking the rook. You're playing rook g1. Yeah, very important was not to spot this one, and then suddenly there is mate.
I mean, this essentially happened in a game with me, like not this exact position, but same motive.
This is a game, by the way. This was happened in some Geller game.
Yeah, I lost a piece due to this. I was better against Andrew Hong, and I blundered this tactic.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all. That's all I had for as far as the positions are concerned. With my internet, I'm not very sure if we'll be able to play one hand and bread. I wanted to play one. Shall we try?
Sure.
But it's the same thing, right? Okay, we'll be the brain. Yeah, that's fine. Let's. So I'll be the brain for Magesh, and Abhi will be brain for Arun, and we will also get Hemant, Abhi's dad, on the stream soon.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that increase our chances slightly. I don't know by how much, but probably a little bit.
We'll do good, man. Don't worry.
I think I'm still reasonable enough to say if you tell me which piece to move, I might figure out the best move. Some hope.
So
we all click to this link, yeah?
I mean, I just get this thing. Please provide your details for privileged access beyond this point. I mean,
I don't think you need to click, Abhi. Arun will.
Okay, sure. Yeah, now it's better.
You will tell the move, and I'll make the move. Well,
no move. Yeah.
Yeah, the piece. Yeah.
Okay, so who is white? Who is black?
I think I'm black.
We are white, yeah.
And we are underrated about.
Okay,
we are underrated by about 330 points. So watch out.
Magesh, pawn. Let's get started.
Okay.
Pawn.
Knight.
Pawn. Oh, I said I meant to say pawn anyway. It's fine.
I know what he'll play. So
I said pawn.
Okay, I'm doing this. I don't want anything.
Right.
Okay.
That was a mouse slip. Pawn.
Pawn.
Bishop,
Bishop.
king,
Knight.
rook. Giving you force move, Magesh.
King.
Good job.
Knight,
There you go.
I don't know, you chose this variation.
Let's see. Pawn. So many pawn moves.
Oh my God, you're putting me in pressure.
By the way, what happens in the last 30 seconds? We still do hampering or?
No. Then you just play then.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, okay, this is fine.
That's what. Okay, thank God. I was thinking about b5, and I was not sure about the time.
E5, annoying. I don't want to calculate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Actually, pawn.
I know 2 pawn moves, but I don't know which one you mean.
This actually gave it away. He wanted to play d5 for sure.
Yeah, I was actually thinking d5.
d5, yeah, because you said actually pawn, so it kind of
Yes.
gives away. Yeah.
Good, actually.
Yeah. What do you do? Okay, knight.
What is this knight doing?
I don't know. Absolutely not.
Bishop.
Is that what you want to do, Abhi?
Yeah, I mean, there's no other bishop move.
Pawn.
Pawn.
Not super happy about my position.
Well, that's not surprising.
You know what? Pawn. A knight.
Knight.
We also go knight.
Also go knight.
Now, where's this knight go? Queen.
Pawn.
What? Okay.
Oh, you said queen and saying pawn.
You. Okay, rook.
Queen.
Rook.
Pawn. Oh, that pawn. Okay.
Okay, pawn. B5 was also interesting.
Is that what you meant?
I mean, okay, I don't know. Anything was.
Bishop.
Okay, let's do this pawn.
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 Queen. One square below.
Okay, knight.
Uh-oh. Okay. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I mean, it's weak pawn.
Rook.
Okay, let's see. Now we have at least repetition, but okay, let's keep playing pawn.
You said pawn?
Yes, pawn.
Uh-oh.
Again, like 5 moves you can play.
Yeah. I assume you meant this.
I was thinking F4, GF4, 95. I mean, okay. Might be winning, but yeah, rookie pawn.
Yeah, what are you playing?
Yeah, I'm thinking, not sure at all. Okay, rook.
Maybe just say a piece. Okay. Yeah, he's a rook. Okay. So rook. Let's see. Pawn.
Rook. Hey, rook in b5, couldn't you take?
Oh, probably.
Okay, fine. We have accepted.
Wait. Rook.
Queen.
Wait, queen? What am I
Queen.
missing?
Just a queen go.
I have no idea.
Yes, what's wrong with this?
I was just going to take on e5.
You said pawn?
Pawn. Oh, wait, no, you lost 10 seconds. Okay, so
Wait,
just
we're going to win our time.
Okay, pawn. Okay.
Knight.
I'll have to make the move.
Yeah, now you guys are playing anyways. No,
Bishop.
just play Arun. Just
Play. You're only 4 seconds.
Just play.
God, that was a mouse slip.
Okay, rook.
Sorry, Abhi.
Now it's gone anyways, yeah.
Rook.
Hey, mouse slip!
No.
What is going on here? Shoot. Oh my god.
Bishop take. Queen d6.
I don't know what is going on.
I don't know.
Calm down. You have lots of time. It's
I
just,
know.
Oh, come on.
Why can't I just...
Please, rook, flip, 6. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I don't get background checkmate
Okay,
anymore.
that was a terrible mouse slip. I don't know. The rook and landed it on F3 out of nowhere.
I thought this could 53 before resigning.
one more?
Okay, sure.
Okay.
So I think after F4, rook e2, rook d3, there was knight e5, right?
Yeah, you could do that also.
But
Yeah, knight e5 and I couldn't take it back. E8 is hanging.
e8 is hanging, yeah?
It was like I didn't have to go there.
okay, so what my pawn?
So, yeah, basically at the 30 seconds, we get to stop Arun.
Yeah, that is it. You guys play. Knight.
Pawn.
Yeah, sorry, pawn.
Knight.
Come on, it had to be knight c3, yeah, my chessable course.
I know. I was going to say, if you play,
Pawn.
I cannot follow your accessible course.
It's for
because I have no
volume.
idea.
Pawn.
Bishop.
Do I try this?
Theoretical lines.
I'll put it here.
Okay, bishop.
So there's a great game between two great players. Everyone should check that out. And that's between me and Magesh in Scottish Championship final round.
It was for the championship when I blundered my exchange in move 10 or something as well.
Abhi?
King.
King.
Knight.
Pawn.
What?
Pawn.
On? I don't know. I thought I was supposed to do knight.
Yeah, knight is theory.
Okay, let's do.
You think? I don't know. Pawn.
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 Okay, this looks a little bit better for white. Let's see. Bishop.
My new novelty.
Knight.
Knight. Where do we go?
Knight.
Not a very pleasant position.
I know.
Nothing unusual. Knight. Knight.
Knight.
Oh, I thought knight e4, but okay. Yeah.
Yeah, knight
Oh.
e4. Now I can. Ah, no, he's still knight e4. Okay, so bishop.
Bishop, you mean?
Yeah, bishop.
Knight.
What?
Wait. Doesn't it just win? Knight?
Pawn.
Queen?
Strong. This. Okay.
Everything is hanging.
Yeah, but there are defenses, no?
Yeah. We're fine.
Pawn. Oh, I thought f6 actually.
Oh, I could have forced it. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, queen.
Okay,
Where's
queen.
the
What?
conversation? Bishop.
I think we're
How do I prove compensation here exactly? I will somehow. Wait.
I mean, there's one move, whether it works or not, I don't know. Strange.
seems to work for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
Maybe.
I don't know. Pawn.
Pawn? What is pawn gonna do here?
Oh, okay. You want this? No, wait. I can't do that. What pawn is Okay.
I mean, I don't know how else to create compensation.
I thought bishop e6 was strongest, but okay.
Yeah.
Bishop
But
is
why
going
not?
to pawn back, right? I don't know.
Bishop what? Bishop f6.
Bishop
A6.
e6
I was looking at rook c8 and bishop a6.
B4 is coming up.
Oh, bishop a6. I have a simple
Rook c8,
explanation.
rook c8 and bishop
Yeah,
a6.
rook f1. I mean, I'm still better for
Abhi, what's your move?
pawn.
Pawn.
I mean, I'm just playing solid.
Hey, are you giving him clues?
I'm just saying
Okay.
I
pawn.
call the TD.
What is that for?
You said
I was
pawn.
thinking-
You meant E3.
I was thinking just e3. E3 rook c1, yeah, for pawn.
Surya?
Okay, bishop.
Let's do it now.
Okay, same response, pawn.
You said pawn?
Pawn.
Oh my god.
Okay, now we are back in game.
I have no clue.
Still,
Now we are back in game.
no, I don't think I.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, bishop.
This is the only pawn I can see.
Yep.
Do I do this first?
King,
Bishop
rook.
and bishop.
Okay, I messed up something.
I think I should have simply played E3 and it's like
Yep.
Where do I simply go?
Okay, I mean, this is already not that great. Pawn.
let's go.
I have to say, yeah. Pawn.
Huh?
Pawn. I need two. Okay, should I give him? No. Yeah, I have to stabilize my. No.
Should I give hint?
King.
Wait, this cannot
Now
be.
we are winning.
Not exactly winning yet, but okay.
Look at my e4 pawn. Pawn on e4.
Okay, rook. You guys are getting close to 30 seconds.
Just need few more correct moves. How though? Okay. 30 seconds already. Magesh, it's on you.
Oh. Fantastic. It's like few more guys who's wait for 10 seconds.
Abhi, you said pawn?
Pawn, yes, pawn. Ah,
I don't want to
20
use
seconds.
it. Pawn.
it got decent, but okay. Bishop.
Very happy after this.
So this e4 pawn, when is it going to queen?
One day.
Pawn.
You'll get the exchange and then we'll win the endgame.
Exactly.
Pawn. Rook. Let's
What do you
see.
think about the pawn now? You
Rook.
see?
Rook. I have a feeling white's better, but okay. Messy. Rook. 4 moves in a row with rook.
I'll take over.
Yeah.
You're under 30.
Rook again. Okay, whatever. Yeah, you play.
Six.
It's actually strange. What does white actually play here?
White is clearly worse. Yeah.
Oof. Huh? But
Uh-oh.
What makes I can't play this fast.
rook?
Shoot.
There is a slow down way.
I gave all my pawns.
Take everything. Up with 3 pawns now.
We have change of plans now. After this game, Magesh will take care of the middle game for Abhi. Arun That's it.
Pink and okay. It's King.
Okay, I think resign. Change of plans. I only blundered 3 pawns. Come on.
What video? Oh, this Fabi, yeah? Yeah, put that. Forgot about that actually. Abhi, tell us your experience about.
This when I was 6 and I was in a completely dead lost position against Caruana.
That's you, yeah? The 6 years old, yeah?
Yep. Some other people are still playing. I think this
It's the
Lawrence.
longest game, right?
Yeah, one of the longest. I mean, still other people. I think the guy behind was Lawrence, right?
Yes.
And yeah, now they're all classic. Being behind the board.
We're running out of ink here.
I think I still have that board.
You have another Sharpie? Wait, here's one. I got another one.
You still have this board, yeah?
Yes. And yeah, that's also video.
Amazing. All right, so thanks Abhi for joining. We'll
Thank
have
you.
now. Can you have your dad also on the
Sure,
stream?
I'll get him.
Yeah, I'll get him. Yeah. Fantastic kid. Yeah, I see lot of going here. Sometimes, some of them will be giving some hate messages, but without actually understanding, how much the kid enjoys and how much passion the kid has. So,
Hi Surya,
hi,
how are you?
Hemant. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's an honor
Sorry?
to be. It's an honor to be in your stream. I mean, this is one of the big day for Abhi's life. To be on the stream of Arjuna Award winner. I mean, it's amazing.
No. Please. Honor is all ours. I mean, first of all, to have him in Pro Chess training, it's a fantastic thing that from day one he was there, and also to have him in our stream. We managed to give him some positions to solve, so I hope he also got a little bit of some sort of training as well. And tell us your experience. How you're traveling with Abhi, how difficult it is to manage everything. especially during this pandemic times?
So, yeah, so it was difficult, but I mean, the problem was with the different time zone working remotely. And because of that pandemic, there was a risk involved. And I mean, that unknown fear was there on a daily basis to make sure that nothing wrong should happen. But as long as, I mean, the point was that he was able to put the efforts, and it was his dream. I mean, uh, on internet, I have seen all parenting 101 lessons all over the place, but people don't. And the biggest part is that people see his intense face when he's playing a very tough opposition for 6 hours, and they ask why he doesn't smile. And the answer, I think, is very simple: that it's a difficult game, and the opponent is a strong opponent. But most of the people don't see the joy which he get after winning the game. I mean, there have been cases where after winning the game, coming back to home 1 a.m., he could not sleep because he was so happy. And I think my ultimate goal is that he should be happy in his life, and whatever it takes. And my job is just to tell him I mean, anybody can come and tell that I want to become something and I want to become the world champion. I mean, anybody can say that, but my job is to find what it takes to be there in whatever limited knowledge I have. And I just keep telling him the truth. And at the end of the day, I keep telling him, if you have the drive, if you want to be there, this is what it takes. And I'm happy that he's able to work on his dreams, and he's able to get there.
I think Surya froze.
Yeah, I think I'm back now again.
Yeah, you're back.
Yeah, sorry. I also missed the last sentence actually.
Sure, Surya. So what I'm saying is, I mean, my ultimate goal is to see him happy. I mean, whether I don't want him to be a 2700 player and crying. I mean, I really don't want that. It's his life. But what my job as a parent is to make him understand what is needed to be there, whatever he wants in his life. And I can't tell lie there. I mean, I can't keep telling him that you work for 2 hours and you get it easily. So
has it ever happened that he did not want to work on chess and you had to force him to work on chess?
Well, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, to be very frank, I can't take him to a tournament without preparation. I mean, my point is that if you are going to play in a GM Invitational tournament, you can't just go there without preparing your openings, without the proper game preparation. You can't go. So yes, that requirement was there, going to a different state. And it's not just about money. I mean, for him also, emotionally, it's very painful if you don't perform well. And more than that, it's not about the result. It's about what you're capable of. You are not able to put it on the board. So I would say those prerequisites were there for the tournaments. And I don't think it's just for him. I think any competitive player, those kind of requirements are there. And he understood that, and he is doing that. So, I mean, I really don't understand why people think that he's forced. I mean, I don't think he's forced to play. And I mean, the point is that being a grandmaster at 12 does not mean anything. Professional chess is a different ballgame altogether. Mm-hmm. And from here on, even if I work 24 hours a day, I'm pretty sure I won't be able to become an IM in another 10 years. So how can I push somebody to get to 2700? I mean, it's an insult to a elite group of grandmaster when people say that somebody is pressing. I mean, I really don't understand all that. They all are the best in their field, and they worked all their life to be there. So my job is just to tell him that whatever you want in your life, what it takes to be there, and whatever logistics is involved, just keep working on that.
Does he do anything apart from chess also? We saw he was doing karate, he's into soccer. Does he get time to, do some other sports, or have a typical 12-year-old kid time apart from chess?
Yeah, last 1 year was really difficult because of everything was closed. But apart from that, he was involved in some of those activities. But of course, because there was too much preparation and other things were involved for the games, he could not spend much time. But definitely the plan is to go back to his martial art classes. It's very important to be physically fit, especially, I mean, it's a board game, but a lot of physical fitness is needed. It's not easy to sit there for hours and you make one slightest inaccuracy against the higher opposition and game is over. I mean, there is no second chance.
Or lower opposition. It's
yeah,
gone.
Sure.
Abhi, what kind of martial art do you do? What kind of martial art do you do? Karate or?
Yeah, karate.
What style? What style of karate? Is it Soto, Kyokushin Kaikan, Budokan?
Oh, frankly, I don't.
It's neither.
It's neither. So I also did karate for a long time in Sotokan, but as you can see right now, I'm not doing. But yeah, I was also doing karate, and that was also for chess. I wanted to be more fit. I wanted to have more fighting spirit. So I learned karate in order to improve my chess. So yeah, physical fitness is absolutely utmost important. Like any sports or martial art or yoga, literally anything. But you have to do some sort of physical activity to stay in shape. Okay. And yeah, this once again, we spoke about it already, but would love to hear your thoughts also on this Nepo thing, whatever has happened.
Nepo is a legend. I'm not active on social media in general, and I didn't know about his nature in general. Many people told me about that later I got to know about all that. But he is a legend. I mean, I can say for sure Abhi learned a lot going through his games, and he went through all of the games of all the greats, and he is one of them for sure. But and there were some, of course, I mean, social media is a weird place where you get all kind of comments, and there were a lot of weird comments all along, and I never bothered to reply anything. But when it came from a world champion challenger, I showed it to him, and we discussed about that, what should be done, and there is no intention to get into any controversy. But we just wanted to put our points. So those tweets were there, and I think we are out of that long back, and people are still discussing. There have been talks going on, and I mean, I asked him, and he mentioned that if there is a need to change 2700 Super GM requirement, let's do it now. I mean, the funniest part is that somebody coming again after 3 years, once he get to 2700 or 5 years or 10 years, so he may not get that. It's possible. I mean, it's just the beginning, and he can just try. And by he saying that he wants to be a 2700 player doesn't mean that he's thinking that it's a small thing. It's the top of the top bracket of the elite chess players. So he wants to be there. So he just mentioned that if at all some changes are needed in that aspect, let's put that now. It's right time to do that. So that, and as far as the tournament choice is concerned, I would say one thing, that these tournaments, I mean the elite open tournaments, it's dream of all the chess players to play in those events and get the norm. But because of being from different countries, not that many options are available. In US, especially
during pandemic time, and also you're from US. Okay, it's not like you travel 1 hour and get a tournament in Europe. So it's understandable during this pandemic time.
In US, it is even more difficult because the problem is, the worst thing which can happen is that you played a very awesome event for 8 days, 9 days. Your performance rating is 2700, but you don't get a norm because one of the norm requirement is not met. I mean, there is no, just because you did not play you played one less federation in that event, those kind of things. Not every tournament is, hardly there are 2 or 3 events in US which are super Swiss. So getting into that, and then that's really difficult. And the kind of Europe is much better. I mean, after coming here, I realized that the chess scene is much better here. You get one game a day and it's very relaxed environment here. So we would definitely love to come here and play in many open tournaments.
I wanted to ask one thing. How is the feeling in general now that, suddenly there is no record to chess? There are no concrete, like there is no more youngest thing to happen, at least in like immediately. How is the feeling? Is it very jovial, or suddenly there is an empty feeling? How do you see it next? Like, him getting into 2600, 2700 and so on. How do you set this target? How do you plan these things? You don't play for norms anymore.
I must say that we are relieved, and I mean, it's more than getting the record. I think the process of chasing that, we enjoyed that a lot, and the whole process was really good, and I wanted him to go through that process in the last 1 year. So we planned it that way, and where we completed 2 grades in 1 year, and then we made sure that he get enough time. So getting that, I mean, at the end of the day, down the line, it's there in Wikipedia, but it's not going to make, I mean, as far as professional chess is concerned, it's a different ball game. It's just a beginning. He's a beginner for all practical purposes, as far as professional chess is concerned. So from here on, it all depends on his drive. My job will be just to keep telling him. Now, if he come and tell me that he wants to be at 2700, I would definitely say that you have to work this much, and the opening repertoires, I mean, you have to learn everything. You can't just go there by playing few selected openings. He picked up many openings, but I would say it is just 10, 15, 20% of what is needed to go at the higher level. So, I mean, my only thing is I can't tell him that life is good and just have fun, and one fine morning you will be there, you will wake up and you will find yourself at 2700. It's not going to happen for sure.
Do you feel lucky about the coaches? Do you think
I feel blessed. I feel blessed. I mean, the best thing that happened to us after coming to US was to meet Magesh, Arun, and the whole process was amazing. I mean, the losses, the pain, it was painful, and there were many. But when you look back, they are the most amazing thing, where we figured out what is needed, and there was always some plan to avoid those issues in the later games. And the whole, I mean, we just enjoyed the whole process, and I'm pretty sure this record may not mean anything down the line, but down the line, even if he continue with his passion with chess, or if he is involved with some other activities, this moment will give him confidence for the rest of his life, that in that pandemic time, we set the goal, we worked on whatever was needed, and we delivered. So I'm pretty sure any challenge in future, whether it is related to chess or not, that will help him. This experience will be there with him forever.
Abhi, what part of chess training do you enjoy the most?
I mean, going over the games with someone very strong and hearing their opinion, it's, I think, the greatest part about learning.
Okay. And in general, do you enjoy all sorts of classes? Like, is it perfectly fine, if someone comes and teaches you Rook Pawn Endgame for 2-3 hours?
Yeah, nothing like that. Everything is amazing. There's
Everything
nothing bad about it, as such.
Does Arun or Magesh scold you?
No.
Do you scold them?
No.
We only use a stick. That's it.
That is needed. The classes and all.
Now it's better.
Sorry?
You were frozen for a second.
Oh, I'm getting frozen every other minute into rest. I was asking, how are you enjoying your process training classes?
Yeah, that has also helped me in a big way. Having classes with you, Rustam, and everyone else is Navara, and of course many more names. They helped a lot. This without this, I don't think I wouldn't get this. I wouldn't get this again. I wouldn't get this record.
Very, very honored to hear that also. And it's a pure pleasure to have you with us overall. I guess more or less, I asked more or less pretty much everything that I wanted to ask in this stream. If chat has any question, or Magesh and Arun, if you want to add something. Oh, I forgot one thing. Abhi, do you play Nimzo Indian?
I'm planning to.
I made a chessable course. No, this is a very important promotion, yeah. So I made a chessable course in Nimzo Indian and Semi-Tarash. If you're playing Nimzo Indian at any level, basically, not just Abhi, please do get it from Chessable. There is a 2 hours free video course, by the way. Once if you can post my short and sweet course link, even if you don't want to play it, I would still recommend that, watch this 2 hours of free video. It will give you a lot of idea on.
Well, Surya, I think I can step in for that for a second. Well, my recommendation for Abhi was to start Nimzo Indian, and he will be playing the Nimzo Indian very soon, and I'm sure like your course is going to be very useful for him.
Oh wow! Thank you. Thanks a lot. Let me actually. I'm just trying to get the free version. So I'm putting this in chat. Yeah, do check this out. This is a free version. You can check. There are 2 hours of videos and some variations and so on. It will help you not just also this general middle game understanding. So yeah.
I would also like to vouch for that, because remember the last time I studied Nimzo Indian was when you were here for the camp and you taught me Nimzo Indian. And
I taught you Nimzo Indian.
And that's the last update I had, by the way, from 2016. So I think I need the course too. But just wanted to let everyone know is that Surya is amazing with explaining stuff, and I've known this even before he became a coach and before he started teaching. Because even when he played his games back in the day and we used to analyze the games, he was always fun to see the games with. I remember this from World Juniors. Do you remember the two Azerbaijan World Juniors?
Yeah, Nakhchivan, 2003.
Nakhchivan, yeah. There's even times before that, but I remember even in Azerbaijan, you would play games, you would come in and show the games. There'd be like 10, 15 people sitting around, and you'd be explaining the games with move by move, why something happened, what's the idea behind it. So yeah, I can definitely vouch for that. But I cannot vouch for it from my results in Nimzo Indian. Just to have a disclaimer.
Yeah, that we saw. We need to work on your endgame also.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, you're back home now, Abhi?
No, we're still in Hungary. We're planning to go back home after World Cup.
But when are you back? So does this mean you will not be getting the Wesley classes? We are having Wesley classes and also the Blitz. So 9th July, he is taking a master class for the elite group in Pro Chess.
9th July, can you confirm?
We will try.
And
yes,
20th.
Yes, Surya. So if there is, if we will not be traveling at that time, he will definitely join. Because the problem is that we are going to get.
And also 20th.
Yeah, we are going to get our passports back with Russian visa on 9th, and that's what we are at that time. We are planning to go to Sochi from there.
Okay, sure. You're playing Jobawa, right?
Yeah.
So you also need to check Adiban's B3 course then, yeah?
Yep.
Hey, by the way, Magesh, look who is here. Abhijit Gupta says, of course, the Nakhchivan, the magic shows.
Oh yeah,
Magic there, remember?
Yeah. You were doing a magic show on the last day.
Yeah, I did, and after that, actually, I started learning magic. So I got some magician, who was teaching me some basic tricks and all.
If I remember right, you were learning already at that point, no?
A bit, but then I got a trainer, and then
even more into it, huh?
Yeah, more into it. So yeah. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for joining. Thanks, Abhi. Thanks, Hemant. Arun, Magesh, it was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would like to add one more thing about Pro Chess training. So when we lost so much time because of pandemic, Pro Chess training is the best thing which happened to him in the 1st of January 2021. He was the most happiest person that there is this kind of a concept coming in where 30 top grandmasters are going to share their experience, and it's a lot of information. I mean, 5 classes a week, people can't even think about that. And they all are, I mean, elite grandmasters sharing their experiences. And he just, in a rigorous way, he just went through all the course material, practicing that, and that helped in a big way, because at the end of the day, you are getting opinion from 30 elite players, their experience all over their life, what they picked as their best games, some themes, and that was just amazing. I mean, there is no other, I don't think there is any other way to get that kind of a course material, and the intensity with which coaches were were explaining all the ideas. I still remember there was a session with Shirov, and he was so involved in that session that a 2-hour session got converted to 5 hours, 5.5 hour session.
5-hour session.
I remember that day too.
and I was telling that to Abhi, that this is what is real happiness. I mean, like, when you are so much involved with that, you are talking about something, you don't even have track of time, that what is 2 hour difference between 2 hour and 5 hour. You are so involved.
Actually, I had this talk with Shirov when I first approached Shirov for process training. I said, look, our classes are typically, 1 hour to maximum, 1.5 hours. And, whatever is your fees, we'll pay and so on. And then he's like, yeah, fees is fine, but Surya, time is, it's not working for me. I'm like, okay, what exactly? And then I realized, okay, for him, he cannot have this restriction that the class has to end in 1 hour. He has so much passion for the game that the class just goes on. He cannot stop. It's impossible.
Yes,
So,
and there was another class after that too, another 3.5 hours.
Yeah. And one thing I wanted to ask him, like in process training, actually, Abhi was the first student who joined annually for 1 whole year without actually attending a single class. So how did you take this decision? Because nobody else did. Yeah. I mean, everybody, wanted to attend a few classes. Then if they like for that month, then, some of them would take annually. But in Abhi's case, it was almost like instant. Is it because Magesh is involved and Arun is involved?
Yeah, not just in Abhi's case, even my daughter's case also, she is a FIDE unrated player. She is also registered on the annual basis, because the vision by 3 of the top grandmasters from India, and the overall course structure, the number of classes, it cannot go wrong. I mean, I never had any doubt about that. So the moment Magesh told me that there is something coming up like that, there was no second thought. I mean, Abhi was lucky that the whole thing worked out in that time frame, and he got few months of training in that mode, and that changed everything. I mean, when you see all these elite grandmasters explaining what was going on in their mind in those crucial games, their thought process, it can never be go wrong. I mean, that was so good. So, and he will continue to be on this annual mode. I mean, I have no doubt there is nothing to check here.
Very, very flattered and honored. Thank you. So yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. And it was an absolute pleasure to have you, Abhi, and Magesh and Arun. Thanks, yeah. I mean, what time it is? Like, you woke up at 5 o'clock or something, yeah? Or 6 o'clock?
5:30.
5:30, yeah.
For me, 6:30.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks, Surya.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
yeah. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, let's end the stream right here. And also thanks audience for being here. Spreading love, and thanks. And bearing my internet connection. I don't know how many times my internet connection broke today. So thank you.